Welcome back to Making Made Easy. I recently ran a poll on the channel asking you guys, what's your favorite Making Made Easy project? Well, the answer was overwhelmingly this guy, the ChatGPT robot. I have almost all the parts I need to put the new version together, so let's get started. Now, this new version of the robot is a good bit heftier than this plastic 3D printed version that I made before. Everything is basically going to be mounted to this top piece right here. And then once everything's mounted to that, we will mount that to the actual frame part that has the tracks and motors and everything. And connect the motor wires, do all the rest of the wiring, and then it should be good to go. This is going to be my yard robot. It's got the nice tracks on it. Should be able to get over anything in the yard, you know. Obviously, it's not going to go over any boulders or anything, but it should have no trouble getting through grass and leaves and stuff like that. I want it to be able to pick up trash and sticks and stuff like that throughout my yard. Just help me clean up the yard, keep it nice, you know. I got a little bit over an acre, so the help would be nice. All right. I'm just going to freestyle this process, because this is the first time that I'm putting this together anyways. So there is no, like, instructions. The instructions are whatever I want them to be. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is remove this. That way I can access this part down here, because I'm going to go ahead and mount the Arduino. Well, this is Arduino. This is the shield that goes on top of it. I don't think that needs to be that tight. Alright, got that out of the way now. So, this clips in back there, and then I have screws somewhere in this box. Or maybe it was these. These holes are threaded, so I need to find the screws that go in there. I think I've found them. So let's test this out, make sure that it will screw into that. Yes, it does screw in. Cool. The threads are painted, so we're gonna try to scrape that paint off. Yeah, cool. All right. So, we'll attach this here. Okay, so now, how is it going to do this? Oh, the batteries will be sitting right here. So, obviously, I don't want the USB cable to go that way. So, we'll have it sitting on this side. Okay, cool. That ain't going anywhere. So next up, we're going to mount the batteries. So this is going to be like this. Oh wait, but it needed to be back some because of this. That's right. That's why those holes are where they are. So, okay. Cool. I'm going to drill these holes out a little bit more, so they are easier to drill into. So for these next holes, I am going to have to drill through the metal itself. Okay, we have our battery holder installed. So now we can install our batteries. Look at that. Perfect. Have our strap that goes on the sides. We're going to just screw that on with servo screws as well. Keep it simple. All right, the batteries aren't going anywhere. Looks good. This just goes on here. All right, so we're going to remove the old Arduino. We're going to use this on my girlfriend's robot that she is making. And we'll remove this sensor right here. She can use that as well. Oh, and this actually needs to be kept separate because that is a live battery. Actually, you can just have it's the same battery, just already with the bare wires on it, so you can hook it into this. So, yeah, there you go. There's a battery, and here's a brain. Next up on this is getting this Raspberry Pi out of here and mounting it on the big green robot. Alright, so it's got to be back like this. That way, all the screw holes don't go into the metal. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is not the one we're using. This is a Pi 5. We're still going to stick with the Pi 3B Plus that's on the old version of the robot. Because all the Pi is basically used as is like a webcam. And just like, it's like the internet connection for the robot itself. So it doesn't really need to be very powerful. But we can still use this to mark off where the Pi is going, where the holes are going to be for the Pi. Okay. Check it out. Still gotta add the servo for the camera. And then the aluminum supports for the solar panels. But yeah, it's the basic concept right there. Heck yeah. Let's see what it looks like on the actual frame. Heck yeah, look at that thing. That's cool. That's cool. Theoretically, these batteries will run it for a few hours, so I might get smaller batteries at some point so it doesn't weigh as much, because these are basically putting this frame at its max payload capacity. So yeah, I might get smaller batteries at some point, but for now it's good enough to at least get it running and testing. They're not lithium batteries. The solar panels I have already have a charge controller just for the regular style sealed lead acid batteries. So, you know, they're a good bit larger than lithium batteries, but they're also safer, easier to use, and I can easily charge them with the solar panels that I have. Oh, oops. I put the wrong Raspberry Pi on it. Or did I? Maybe I will just use the Pi 5. Yeah, I will just use the Pi 5 because I have a 5 volt 12 volt to 5 volt converter that is actually powerful enough to run a Pi 5. So I'll just do that. Okay. That way I don't have to take that off. And the Raspberry Pi will be a more powerful Pi 5 just in case I want to do more on the Raspberry Pi in the future. Oh, I could run 2 cameras and have it able to see in 3D. I'd say by the end of the next video, this thing is going to be talking, walking, or rolling. Roll, yeah, treads roll, I guess. What was I saying? By the end of the next video, this thing is going to be alive. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think.